That's Fox 45. I made a movie about Fox 45. It's called Portraits of a Letter. It shows how Fox 45 demonizes black people in Baltimore. I've been doing a documentary about Fox 45 since 2006, part of Gov.O'Malley's Mom Machine. You use the media to demonize black people. You use it to justify the killing of black people. You feel me? To dismantle a master's house, you got to use the master's tools. That's my camera. A Shorty documentary. Fox 45, BBC World, NBC, ABC, Brent Jones. That's Charles Gibson, World News Tonight. And that's Shorty. Like I said, you go to Rachel Aragon and get this information. Jeff Abel. You go to Mackenzie Frost. You go to Kai Jackson, Mary Mubala. They did the diverse story on me when I came to Baltimore. Now I'm going to do the story about them. Fox 45 does crime and justice. And all they do is just lock up black people or talk about black people. Well, I'm a black man that was talking about Fox 45. That's February the 2nd, 2011. I blew the whistle on Scott Shellenberger, Greg Bernstein, and 52 members of the Democratic Party. February the 2nd, I gave it to the States Attorney's Office, Greg Bernstein. 5 days later, you locked me up. 5 days later, you charged me with terrorism. This is art, piece, and evidence. And this was what it was for these cases. 24C210, that was for a $54 million lawsuit. 074988, I was kidnapped in 2007. I went home on vacation, came back on probation. 0825, that was a lawsuit, that was criminal charges against Jake Davis. Like I said, Illinois and Maryland, I was making a movie and a documentary, and I put it in a book. That's Dwayne G. Davis. Notice of intent to file suit. All right? Notice of intent to file suit. And that's with your elected officials. That's in 2012. That suit was for $250 million. $250 million. That's Kamenetz. That's Michael Fields. That's President Obama. That's me, 1402 Lochner. I was kidnapped because I was making a documentary. President Obama. See that? President Obama. President Obama. Dwayne Davis. 2009, I was making this movie. Like I said, notice of intent to sue. That's 2012. That's Michael Fields. I'm writing you this letter for my intent to sue, bring suit against States Attorney Scott Shellenberger, Baltimore County Police Department, County Detention Center, Spring Grove Hospital. Yeah, I was bringing suit against the state for $250 million. And this is who I was suing. Governor O'Malley, Congressman Cummings, Hardin, Mikulski. We talking about the new face of old Jim Crow, Michelle Alexander's book. And David Wiggins signed that off. He had notarized that. Richard McFeely, the FBI. You feel me? That's James P. O'Neill from a correctional facility. Y'all locked me up again before I could get cash out on that suit. That's the FBI. I never got a trial. So we're going to the Supreme Court with that. I never got a trial. That's Peter Francott. That's Peter Francott. That's Peter Francott. You got evidence and knowledge of criminal behavior in the Democratic Party. This property was stolen. 074988. All right, evidence. You got to produce that evidence. That's Delegate Stephanie Smith. You want to talk about the war on drugs or the decriminalization of marijuana? Let's talk about the war on drugs right here. This is the case. Google search this case right here. That's a legal notice. That's in the Court of Appeals where I won my case. I was found innocent of all charges. You're a lawyer. You got evidence and knowledge. You got evidence. The same evidence that the States Attorney got. The same evidence that Barack Obama got. The same evidence that Peter Francott got. You got. The same evidence that Eric Barron got. You got. That was art and evidence. It wasn't a bomb. It was art and evidence. That's Governor Hogan. All right. That's President Biden. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's Brian Frosh. And that's Brian Frosh right there. And right here is the comptroller of Maryland. And it says if you got any problems, file those criminal charges. I filed them with the police department. Brian Frost got him. You got him. That was forgery. You committed forgery right here. That's not my signature. I was locked up in another state. That's Brian Frost. That's Dick Durbin. That's Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Place. And my old employee, Alex. You feel me? That's Senator Kelly. Like I said, I was making a movie. That's Senator Kelly. And that's me, Governor O'Malley, Governor Quinn, Attorney General. That's a legal notice. And I gave you that legal notice. Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. People versus the state of Illinois and Lake County versus Dwayne Davis. That's my lawyer, Mr. Bailey, in 2010 before I got locked up in 2011. All right? I refuse to go back. You see that? Call the FBI, Mr. Snowden, Civil Rights Division, NAACP. All right? Sheriff Coran. Contact President Obama. Lisa Madigan, Patrick Fitzgerald, the FBI, Mr. Snowden. Baltimore FBI, Richard McFeely. All right? Governor Hogan. I was making a movie. That's art and evidence. I was making a movie about Fox 45. Go to Rachel Aragon and get it. Because we got the tapes. It's going to be like Watergate. Potty training politicians. Everything I got on film. I got on film since 2006. Governor Hogan, Governor O'Malley, Governor Glendenning. This is Shorty's, the movie. And go to Charles Gibson, World News Tonight. We talking about parole and probation, the war on drugs. You got evidence and knowledge. You running for governor. You got a job to do before you be governor, the comptroller. Block party gets bigger and better. All right? Look around us, David said. We dying out here. And that was from 2008. You feel me? These is your elected officials at ddshortman at AOL.com. Shows everything I was talking about. Right here. To whom it may concern. It says I was locked up in another state. That means you couldn't cash my checks. I got sole proprietorship. It says it right here. And there goes your controller's office, compliance division. Y'all want to talk about Westmore ain't from Baltimore? Well, let's talk about the money behind the machine. Y'all want to talk about Westmore? Well, let's talk about Fox 45. Y'all want to talk about Westmore? Let's talk about the media and the role the media plays in demonizing black people. Here's the evidence. Here's the case. Here's the date. You feel me? And here's the book, A Can of Whoop Ass, and I'm getting ready to whoop y'all's ass. Ghosts from Your Past is going to open up doors to my future. Everything that Congressman Cummings got, you got to turn over. Everything you got to turn over. That's property. That property was stolen. I never got a trial. That's the Supreme Court, 2007. 1402 Lochner, Dwayne Davis versus Illinois. That means that you got to take my case to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court. You feel me? In regards to your documentary, that's Senator Hardin's. I was making a movie. Shorty documentary. Shorty documentary. So, you got this information right here in your hands. My request for the Supreme Court. I never got a trial. I never got a trial. I want to file a $250 million lawsuit against the state of Maryland, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. Peter Francott got that information. Delegate Stephanie Smith got that information. Delegate Sheila Roof is my witness. Eric Barron got that information. Fox 45 got that information. Rachel Aragon, Elijah Westbrook, Kai Jackson, Mary Mubala. Y'all won't let me in y'all's town halls? Because I'm going to talk about ending the war on drugs. Y'all won't let me in your town halls. So when I see you on the streets, pack that shit up and put that to your station. Fox 45, no live feeds. 2022, take me to court, because I'm going to the Supreme Court. We're going to talk about the war on drugs. We're going to talk about kidnapping. We're going to talk about racism in your courts. We're going to talk about Judge Janae. We're going to talk about Judge Souter. We're going to talk about Judge Papaya. We're going to talk about Scott Shellenberger. You got thousands of cases going to be reversed and remanded behind this ruling. We're talking about racism in your courts, the new face of old Jim Crow. We ain't just talking about it. I can prove it. I got it on film from 1997 to now. Do what you do. But in 2022, grand jury of the Supreme Court, $250 million is on the table. $250 million. $250 million is going to come from Fox 45. It's going to come from your pension, because I'm making toilets. Constitution say I got a right. Freedom of speech. Feel me? Ain't no law against making a movie. It's all about Fox 45. Mic check.